So I
Yeah.
know that all these words have come out of a place of experience for you. There's probably a
Yeah.
moment in your life where you actually started valuing the concept of life much more. So I'd love to ask you, firstly, before we get to your story, as
Mhm.
of now, what's your lifestyle like as a monk? Like from the moment you wake up till the moment you sleep, what are the
Mhm.
activities that you do? And I'd specifically love for you to highlight the activities that aid this chase for focus.
So I lived as a monk for 10 years, and my guru's Adinam or Mat, as you would call it in India, I think, Adinam in South India for 10 years. So I was a brahmachari, I was an ordained monastic. But about 11 years ago, I left the monastery. So I'm no longer a monk anymore, I'm a priest. So I think in North India, you call it a pandit, you know. So as you know, are you a Hindu?
Yes, sir.
So in Hinduism, you know there are two paths. There's the path of the monastic and the path of the grihastha householder, right? So priests or pandits fall under the category of grihastha. So I'm a grihastha. I'm not a monk anymore. And this is the traditional dress of a Shaivite Hindu priest, right? So I belong to the Shaivite sect of Hinduism. So I'm married. I have a daughter. I'm an entrepreneur. I work. I earn money. Obviously, when I lived as a monk for 10 years, I lived a brahmachari life. I didn't work. I worked for my guru in his harinam, but I wasn't earning money or anything like that. So I'm no longer a monk anymore, just to set the stage clear on that point. In terms of my morning routine, I wake up in the morning, I get my daughter ready for school. That's where I spend the first 45, 50 minutes of the day getting her ready for school. And then I do my sadhana for like an hour in the morning. I used to do it longer, but now it's 45 to 50 minutes because I have a daughter and I
Are you
spend.
allowed to explain the sadhana just a little bit? Like just, the
Yeah, for
practices
sure.
within?
Yeah, I can share some of it. So I do a traditional Siva Puja or Shiva Puja, puja to Shiva Lingam. So I do that. And then part of that, is a lot of chanting in Sanskrit. I follow a traditional ritual that I learned in the monastery. It includes also pranayama, and then I do a meditation at the end of it. I do affirmations to impress my subconscious mind to set a very clear intention of what it is I want in my life. So that's pretty much my sadhana in the morning. And then when I'm done with that, I basically get to work. So I'm in Costa Rica now. I was living in New York for the last 10, 11 years, and we just moved here about 5 months ago. We're building an ashram here in
Wow.
Costa Rica. We have 33 acres of land, so we're creating a botanical garden and an ashram, a retreat center, a learning center, I would say. Um, and so I focus on that, and then I focus on different parts of my business. So the rest of the day is pretty much work, and then around 4:30, 4:45, I stop. I take my daughter to the beach because we live very close to the beach. So we go there and we play for like an hour, hour and a half. And I come home, I bathe her, I dress her, we have dinner together, and we feed her, then I put her to sleep. And then I hang out with my wife for a little while, and then I work, and then I go to sleep. That's my routine.
Do you have any nighttime meditation or anything like that?
No, I don't do any meditation at night. I do an affirmation at night before I go to sleep. That's something that's I've been doing for decades every night before I go to sleep. So for me, one of the biggest things I learned from my guru, it's not really the quantity that you do in the day, but rather the quality. And the other critical thing is the preparation, right? What am I doing throughout the day to prepare for my 1 hour of sadhana in the morning?
Wow.
So, for example, as time goes on, as my daughter's only 2.5 years old, so as she gets older, she'll need less and less, effort for me to dress her or feed her or this or that, right? So, and then I can hopefully put more time into my sadhana. I'll give you an example. So, you've heard of Usain Bolt,
Of course.
the sprinter. I don't know much about him, but I'll make a few assumptions, and you tell me if my assumptions are right or wrong. Fastest man on earth, I think, still 100 meters, 200 meters, whatever it is. Won lots of gold medals from Jamaica. The boy goes to the gym. I think he's ripped. At least when he was competing, there's not an ounce of fat on him. I'm sure he runs every day, right? I'm sure he stretches, drinks plenty of water, eats healthy food. his whole day is preparing him for 9.56 seconds, or whatever it was to win the 100-meter race. It's not the other way around. Whereas a lot of people in the world take the approach that, oh, meditate for half an hour, meditate for an hour or 2 hours, and then the rest of the day I can just go and do whatever the hell I want to do. Whereas if you look at your whole day as a practice to prepare you for your sadhana, it's a better approach. That means all day. So when I sit down to do sadhana, I need to be able to keep my awareness, my mind focused on the puja. So I'm doing a puja to the Shiva Lingam. I need to be able to focus on that while chanting the mantra, offering flowers, milk, water, whatever it is. If I get distracted, then I'm no longer doing my puja, right? So the critical thing here is that how can I practice focus throughout the day so that when it actually comes to the puja time, I'm completely present. So now when I'm at the beach with my daughter, I'm completely present with her. I'm speaking to my wife, I'm completely present with her. I'm speaking with you, I'm completely present because I have the ability to focus. Because that's what I'm doing all day. I'm practicing and practicing and practicing.